Dude, they sound so good. Like, listen to this. Oh my God. The M93I, designed by JOJO Studios, provided to me by Wuche Studios. This board is so sick. I like it a lot. It's really unique. Straight off the jump, you can see that it has a different design. You see we have the F row over here. Don't look too deep into the keys. I just had to put something there, so don't look too deep into those. They're not like the exact ones, but anyways, it's a shortened numpad, but just added to like a TKL. Now I know there's a good bit of you that like full-size keyboards, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't do a lot of videos on those. I usually do 60, 65, TKLs, 75s. This, it's pretty cool having it to the side right here. That's why I was so excited to check this thing out, because for you guys. Remember, this is a review unit, so there are some little bit of scuffs here and there, but that's to be normal. Whenever, if you were to buy this, it's not gonna be there for you. So the M93I, looking at the case straight away, it looks beautiful. The all white on top with the navy blue at the bottom with the little logo and like little rectangle piece. It's really minimal, I like it. And then on the back side, you do have the little, like the red part. I don't know, it's a cool look design. As you can tell, looking at the top part of the case, you can see that it has a little lip at the top near the F-row keys, and the F-row keys are all like it's one long thing. There's no cuts in between, which is, I like that. It looks unique, it looks different, and I wish all of them were like this. Dude, this board sounds so good, like, dude. So this is top mounted, so what that means is it's stiffy, which I kind of prefer. I like it, I like a stiffer. Sounds weird. Like a stiffer keyboard. A lot of gasket mounts going around nowadays. It's nice to have something like this because it's just a nice feel. Now I know everyone's different, but for me, I don't really care for the whole bounciness of a keyboard. I think to me it sounds better. It sounds more put together. It sounds solid. The machining on this thing is really nice. I mean, once again, it's beautiful. It's a premium board. As for everything you get with the package, if you were to buy this thing, get a PC plate, a hot swap PCB, pour-on foam for the bottom and in between the plate and the PCB, a screwdriver piece that, I'm gonna be honest, pretty cool to have this thing. Like, this is just as cool as the keyboard in my opinion. And then, of course, like the screws and different stuff so it could be put together and work. Now, I do have to mention this is currently in group buy, and you need to, if you are watching this video shortly after it has been released and you find this interesting, you want to go check it out or buy it, go. It ends on the 9th of November of 2022, of course. So make sure you go ahead and get this thing. There might be some extras maybe, but just hope to God that if you want this thing, you're watching it in that time frame. Speaking of buying this thing, the total cost is $298. Yes, it is a high-end board. I mean, you don't get anything less than a really good board here. This piece definitely shows that it's a high-end board. Just look at it, man. Come on. Now, yes, I know it's not for everybody, but like, once again, I know a lot of people that would probably love that this layout would be more common. Now that we have established that this thing is beautiful, and I couldn't wait any longer, so let's go ahead and get to building this thing. First, we can grab the PCB and the plate and the included foam. I'm gonna go ahead and get my switches and pop a few in so that it can hold it all together, then pop the rest in. So for the switches, we're gonna be using the Wuche Studios. Yes, I know, I've been using their switches a lot. I really like them. They're super easy to use. I know, but these ones are the quartz. They are a linear switch with a full see-through housing, a 60-gram bottom out. They are 5-pin as well, and factory lube. Dude, they're so consistent. Like, I love these switches. Like, the whole line of them. So nice, dude. I'm having a great time with these. Building these keyboards so much easier because they just sound good. And they don't always just sound like one sound. Anyways, I gotta stop talking about them. Let's move on. So before we actually put all this together, we gotta go ahead and put in these stabs. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I just kind of found some. I just kind of looked through the drawer, found some screw-in stabs, because that's the only ones it takes on this, and put it in. They are lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 from Canon Keys, which I have linked down in the description, which just like everything else will be. Dude, they sound so good. Like, listen to this. Oh my God. After installing the stabs, you can go ahead and, like I said earlier, put these switches in the plate, just a couple, so it can be put onto the PCB. Make sure to put the foam if you're gonna use it. And now we can all attach them and then put the rest of the switches in. By the way, the plate is polycarbonate, really nice. It's gonna make for a good sounding keyboard, in my opinion. I like the way they sound. PCB is pretty normal, nothing too special. It's just a PCB. It's south-facing LEDs. That's good. It is hot swappable, which is great. Now, since this is top mounted, we need to screw in what we just created, a sandwich with the, it's funny you say sandwich because it is a burger mount, top mount, burger mount, same thing. We're gonna get the whole thing, put it on to the bottom of the top part of the plate. This is a little bit confusing. And then you screw it in, and that's what makes it so stiff. But once again, it's still not too stiff. Like, it still has a, I'm gonna be honest, it still has a good bit of flex, and it's not even a gasket. Better than some gasket mouse keyboards. Then after that, we can go ahead and get our foam, which usually you put at the bottom of the case. But for this one, I'm gonna just put on the PCB or the back of the PCB because we're gonna be putting the bottom of the case on last. Now we're going ahead and screw it all in and make sure that you plug in the little daughter board piece for the thing to work, because I've done that multiple times. It's not fun to unscrew it all. It's not a lot. It just sucks when you go to plug it in and it doesn't work. Now flipping it back over, you see that it's all done. Now we just got to put on some keycaps. Keycaps we went with are actually from Parallel Limited. Now they don't sell these keycaps. They do, but they come in the components kit. It's a little bit weird. I didn't know if they were going to be good because, they don't sell them by itself. They just sell them in the components kit. A little weird, but I'm happy I got them. Dude, these things are, by the way, shout out to Parallel Limited for letting me do that, for giving me these. I'm very happy. So they are ABS. They are the black or white on black keycaps. I mean, super minimal. It was a little bit weird for me because I didn't know if I wanted to use these keycaps with this board because, if you look at the QK75 build I just did, those keycaps would have looked really good on this, but I didn't want to reuse them, like the video right after the other video, so I went ahead and used these, which, don't get me wrong, they look so good. Once again, they are ABS. They have like thick legends, which I am a big fan of. And dude, they sound amazing. Can't wait to use these on other builds. That's the build. I think it turned out pretty good. Now, before we keep talking about it, let's go ahead and hear the sound test. So, what do you think? A little bit different of a sound. I didn't expect the sound when I did first put it together. I thought it was going to be more like not thin, but more, I don't want to say thok, but like more deeper. God, my English is great. I think this whole layout is sick. Like, if you really are interested, hopefully they come out with more like layouts like this. Hopefully more builds like do layouts with this. Like, this is so cool. Like, just having the number keys. Like, even though I don't use them because I'm just so used to not using them, it's nice having them, and it looks unique. It looks cool. Plus, the 75% boards are mostly sought after. Like, they're really popular. And just to add on just a little bit more to have the number keys. I know a lot of people are gonna love that, dude. Just hopefully you can get into that group buy. Yeah, I think the build turned out great. I love this thing, not gonna lie. It sounds so good. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Go to WuChase Studios and just go to the link in the description. I'll have everything there. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Dude, like, look, I can like go over here. Like, dude, like, watch. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm out the frame. I'm walking around. Hey, yo. Hey, what's good?